Hey guys, Zizek here, back with another BAKUGAN video, and look what I finally freaking found. So I basically made it part of my daily routine now. Like, on my way to work, I look at a Target and a Walmart, and on my way back home, I look at a second Target and Walmart to be looking for these things, and it's never been there. I was just at the Walmart that I first found the BAKUGAN at a couple weeks ago, and I went down the aisle, and they just had the few remaining single BAKUGAN that we've already taken a look at, nothing new. And I checked all the other aisles kind of around just to make sure and didn't see anything. So I was leaving through the board game aisle, and these were sitting at the end of the board game aisle, like the very end of it. Just on the shelf, they were price marked and everything. I guess that's where Walmart thinks these go at some Walmarts. I honestly couldn't tell you. It's Walmart. It's never going to be in the right spot. Basically, long story short, if you're looking for BAKUGAN, look literally everywhere at a Walmart. I still haven't found anything at my local Targets. I live in Oklahoma. There's been nothing there so far. Supposedly, January 6th, today, was supposed to be like the reset and they were supposed to be put out. Haven't seen anything, so whatever. I just need to get these open. So this is the starter set. This is basically what you need to play the game because it has a 40-card deck inside. Theoretically, you could just buy a bunch of booster packs and stuff and build your own deck, but this is the cheapest, easiest way to start playing the actual trading card game. So it actually says up top here, all you need to experience the complete BAKUGAN trading card game. On the side, you see Dan, Leah, and Winton. On the side, start your journey to become the ultimate BAKUGAN master, all that stuff. So, like I've said before in other videos, but just to kind of reiterate, there's two versions of the game. There is the toy battling game that you get instructions with in the Ultras, which is just 3 BAKUGAN, your 6 cores that relate to those BAKUGAN, the character cards, and nothing else. Basically plays out how, like, kind of similar to the original BAKUGAN game, minus the weird hollow sector points and all that stuff. Basically, it's the BAKUGAN you remember, basically. The trading card game still uses the BAKUGAN. There's not like a separate trading card game only version of this. Like the BAKUGAN and the cards are always going to be together. The trading card game uses 3 BAKUGAN, the 3 matching character cards, and a 40-card deck, no more, no less, that you build to play with, and your 6 BAKUCores, like always. So actually, I can just show you on the back here. There's, at least so far, 3 different starter sets. There is the one I have that has an Ultra Haos Howlkor. There's another one we'll take a look at in the next video that has an Ultra Pyrus Hydorus. And there's a third that has a Aquas Ultra Garganoid. And I think that one comes with a Ventus Fangzor and something else. Sorry, I don't remember. But here's what comes in this one. The Haos Ultra Howlkor, a regular Pyrus Dragonoid, and a regular Aurelus Pegatrix. I specifically got this one because I wanted to see if the Dragonoid in here... I specifically got this one because I want to see if the Dragonoid in here has the same problem that mine do. Which, if you guys haven't seen that video, my Pyrus Dragonoid, his head sticks way out, and it's really wonky to roll him, unfortunately. So I have a theory about why it sticks out, and we'll get to that when I open this guy up. Alright, so also inside you have the 3 character cards that relate to the BAKUGAN, you have 6 BAKUCores that also relate to the BAKUGAN, and the 40-card deck, which is going to be a Haos, Aurelus, and Pyrus deck, it looks like. And even though I've had a lot of people ask this, and I see it in the Discord all the time, you can have as many Ultras on the team as you want. That was some misinformation that was getting spread around earlier by mistake. Because there's only 1 Ultra in these starter sets, some people assume that it means you can only have 1 in your team. It's not true. You can have 3 Ultras if you want to, you can have 3 regular BAKUGAN, any combination, it's all fine. And it's not overpowered to have 3 Ultra BAKUGAN. It's all balanced, just trust me. Got the little diagram that shows you what the different BAKUGAN do, and then we have the other products that are going to be hopefully available somewhere soon. The storage tins, which I really need because I'm already running out of space for all the ones I have, and the battle arena, which is going to be really fun to actually play on. Okay, how do we open this? There's some tape up top, and we cut that, and here we go. Here we go! Alright, so we got 6 BAKUCores, take a look at that in a second. Got a 40-card deck, we have a checklist, and we have the rulebook! Finally, the actual rulebook for the trading card game. I've already read it a bunch, so I'll show that off in a second. And then we just have 3 loosely packed character cards. That's kind of weird. Alright. And then, of course, we can pull all this. Oh, it's a separate tray. Okay. Can pop these out. Pegatrix and Dragonoid. And then Howlkor's in his own little thing. And here we go. And I'll have a box to store all the cards in, it looks like. Alright, so let's just start with Howlkor since he's out and open already. I love the Haos colors, and he looks really good in Haos too. Let's get his ears up. Very nice. His main mouth isn't painted, which is kind of weird. I don't know if his original one was. Let's find out. Come here, Howlkor. No, it was not painted. So, we can at least get a little comparison here. So there's the darkest Ultra Howlkor with the Haos one. Man, they look good. They look really good. Where's the B power on the bottom there? So they're both 300. You can see there. But man, they look so good. Alright, so let's fold him up and see if he's as finicky as our original Howlkor was. The darkest one's much better now, but he definitely had some problems in the beginning. Fold those up, fold those up. Fold his tail in, into his mouth, and then close up the wings. Oh, yeah. So again, don't squeeze the sides where it's opening, but besides that, he feels a lot more sturdy. Let's try that again. Yeah, he definitely feels a little bit more sturdy than the darkest Howlkor. Like I said, darkest Howlkor is fine now, but he feels a little better out the bat at least. Alright, let's look at this, let's look at his card real quick before we move on. There is Haos Ultra Howlkor. Comes with 2 helixes, 300 B power, 4 damage. And if he lands on a helix, he gets plus 4 damage, so he can be 308 damage off the bat. Wow. Alright, so there's that. Now, let's look at the cores. Well, let's look at the 2 helixes, I guess, since we're looking at his stuff right now. So these are Howlkor's cores that he comes with. Howlkor's cores. So he has a plus 300B, plus 3 damage. That's really good, actually. And then he has a +1 Frost Strike. It's the first time we've seen this in our videos, I think. Frost Strike means, for each point of Frost Strike that your Bakugan has, it costs your opponent 1 more energy to use their flip cards. And we'll look at flip cards when we go into this in a second. Just remember that for later. Alright, so let's look at the Auralist Pegatrix. Pretty happy to have another Auralist Bakugan. And it's cool it comes in a starter set. I like that. Looks very nice. Let's get it opened up. Well, I guess we can do an actual roll here. Well, sure, that counts. Oh, it's black. I didn't know that. I didn't know black was one of the colors for Auralist. That looks really good. God, it looks mad. It looks really mad. B power is on its butt. 600 B power, yeah. That's Auralist. Oh, it looks so cool. Okay, let's find its card. Nope, that's Drago. There we go. So 2 green fists, 2 regular fists. 600 B power, 4 damage. That's a lot. Usually there's a trade-off. There's not for Auralist, apparently. If it lands on a fist, it's another 300 B power, so 904 damage. Jeez, okay. And then, if you haven't seen the Pegatrix video, they're really easy to fold up. Basically fold in everything. The regular ones are super easy to fold. You usually don't have to even go in a certain order. Just cram it all together. And then, I don't know, 2 of these are supposed to be with Pegatrix, so let's say it's these 2. So we got a plus 150B, plus 2 damage, and just a straight plus 1 damage. Alright. And then, Drago It sticks out a tiny bit, but it is way better. Way better than the one I got in the single package. Look at that. Look at the difference there. So I have a theory about why this is happening. So he's packaged in his ball form just like this. The Dragonoids that come in the single packs are packaged opened like this. And that package is really, really tight on all the Bakugan. And I'm thinking what's happening is it's pulling on this tail, or the hinge, or something, and it's bending this tail a little bit out of shape. Because when you close Dragonoid, the tail pushes the head in, like that. And you can see that it just sticks out way too much. So let's see how this Drago looks opened up, if I miss. Come on. Oh, he's upside down. There we go. So let's actually compare the tails. Let's just do that real quick. So, I don't see an immediate... Wait, yeah, I do. I do, look. It's gonna be really hard to see on camera. I can see it through my eye. Through my eye, of course, that's how I see. But the Dragonoid tail on the single blister pack is a little bit warped compared to this one. This one curls up tighter. And this one is not as curled up. Actually, you can even see, I just realized. Again, it's going to be hard to see on my camera, but there's actually a little bit of white in the plastic there. That's from it warping, from it being bent. So I think that's our mystery here. So if you want a super perfect Dragonoid, get the starter set, or at least get it in some way that it comes in the ball form. Like I think it comes in the Baku storage in a ball form too. And I would steer away from the single ones. I mean, if you love Dragonoid, get them. But if you're wanting a super perfect ball form, you don't want to risk it, I would get something else. Also just noted his paint on his eyes. He's got barely any paint on his eyes on this one. Yeah, weird. Alright, so I forgot. Is this the bad one? I forget which one's which now. Yeah, that's the bad one. So again, arms, feet, or feet, arms. Come on. Feet, arms, wings, and then the tail push it in. And that's much better. Much better. I at least have a playable Dragonoid now, that's good. And then, we've already seen it before, but just in case, here's his card. It's exactly the same as the other one. I'm not going to go drag it out. You guys have seen this card a bunch, I'm sure. And then his BAKUGANs will be the Flaming Fist and the Regular Fist. So the Regular Fist, plus 150, plus 2 damage. Which is just like the other one, right? Yeah, there's 2 copies of that in here, basically. And the Flaming Fist is going to be plus 150 and plus 4 damage. So, there we go. Alright, before we dig into the deck, and I really want to, I'll get there. The checklist is same thing we've always gotten. It has instruction on how to transform Howlkor. Because he's the Ultra in the set, so he's the one that's more complicated to transform. We've seen this before. And then the trading card game rulebook. This rulebook does a pretty decent job of getting most of the stuff covered, but there's a lot of stuff in here that it does not cover. And one of them is pretty crucial, and I'll get to that in a second. So we're just going to flip through it really quick. Card types. There's 5 different types of cards. There's character cards, which have the black back that come with the Bakugan. Then there's everything else is an ability card with the red back. There's actions, heroes, evos, and flips. In my videos so far, we've only seen action cards because we've only gotten them with the Ultras. But there's 3 other kinds of cards we'll get to look at in a second. So then, the game setup is just like the toy battling game, basically. You take turns placing your BAKUGANs, you flip a coin or a BAKUGAN to determine who will go first. Set them up as long as one edge touches another edge, you're good. And you have your 3 Bakugan on top of their face-down character cards, your 40-card deck next to it, and you roll 2 card links away, just like the regular toy battling game. And here's the actual names for the BAKUGANs. We have Helix Fist, Magic Shield, Flaming Fist, and Shield. And then time to brawl. Start the game, shuffle, and draw a 5-card hand. There's no separate turns in this game. You both take a turn at the same time. So the first draw, you'll both draw a card, so you start with 6 cards technically. And then energy. Take any one of your cards and play it face down as an energy. Just like, I've already been over this, Dragon Ball Super, Kaijudo, Duel Masters. Yeah, any of those games that has a card you put face down as energy or face up as energy sometimes. There's no color identity in this game. I'll get to that in a second. But they put that for your energy, and then after that you're both going to choose a Bakugan to roll at the same time. I think you just like count to 3 and then roll it basically. And it tells you to use the arrow. And then we have the outcome. So if no one opens, you just roll again. If only one opens, then that player is the victor. They'll take their card, they'll take their Bakugan with the core still attached to it, put it on top of their face-up character card now, turn it over, and they get to do damage. I'll get to that in a second. If both open, we have a full-on Bakugan battle, kind of what we're used to. I'm going to combine the score from the core. Combine the score from the core. I said that right. I'm going to combine the B score from the core and compare it to their card, not the number on the Bakugan. We'll get to that in a second too. Whoever has the higher power wins. If it's a tie, you're both going to throw over the top card of your deck. Whoever has the highest energy cost on that card wins, and you keep repeating that until someone wins. Then we have the victory phase. Whoever is the victor, either by winning a battle or being the only one that opens, is going to put their Bakugan back on the card, like I said. If you don't win the battle, you're going to close your Bakugan up and put your core back to the matrix by following the regular rules of having it touch a side. And then this is your last chance to play cards to modify damage until you both pass, and then we go to the damage phase. You can't play any cards in the damage phase. You're going to add up all the damage you have from Baku cores, from your Bakugan, from cards you played, all that stuff. You're going to deal that much damage to your opponent, exactly like I thought would happen. Your deck is your life. They're going to discard that many cards from their deck. When their deck is empty, you win. But flip cards can be a thing. We'll talk about those when we go through the deck too. And then that's basically it. There's a thing called a team attack. If whenever you win with the battle, your Bakugan's going to be open, so that means you can't use that again. Once you have all 3 Bakugan open, instead of attacking like normal with that last one, you do a team attack and add up the damage from all of your Bakugan and any cores they have and any cards you played, and do all that damage at once. Which sounds crazy. That can be like 20 damage or something like that, which is like half of their deck. But flip cards are a thing. Just we'll keep that in mind. After that, you can still play cards as much as you want to, and then when you're done, you'll recharge all your energy, have it from tapped to untapped, and then start a new turn. So any card can be played at any time except flip cards. So in the middle of a battle, you can evolve your Bakugan, you can play action cards, you can play hero cards, you can do all kinds of stuff. And there's not really any priority per se. I think in the Discord, as far as battles go, whoever is lower in B power has like the first chance to play a card or pass, I believe. That's not official at all. That's just what's been suggested. There's no official like comprehensive rules for the game so far. And like I said, if you make your opponent flip a card from their deck when they have no more cards left, they win. So that means if they have 2 cards left, you do 2 damage. They're not dead yet. You have to hit them when their deck is empty, basically. If you did 3 damage and they had 2 cards left, that would be enough to win the game. You also can't lose by drawing a card if you have no cards left. It's only by doing damage you can win the game. Alright, super quick run through. Hopefully there'll be an official video soon by Bakugan, we'll see. But if you guys have any questions, just ask me in the comments, I'll be sure to answer them. We have our 6 factions: Aquas, Aurelus, Darkus, Haos, Pyrus, and Ventus, or Haos, I think is how they're saying it in the show now, which, bleh. Deck building guidelines is pretty simple. 3 of a card, can't have more than 3 of a card. And to have a color in your deck, you have to have that color Bakugan as one of your 3 Bakugan. So since I have these 3, I can have Pyrus, Haos, and Aurelus cards in my deck, but not Ventus, Aquas, or Darkus. Pretty easy. That doesn't mean I can only play Pyrus cards on Pyrus Bakugan, though. I can play my Pyrus cards on the Howlkor if I want to. It doesn't matter. Just deck building guidelines. And then this is pretty nice. I'm glad this is in here. This basically explains what the different types of Bakugor mean. So the regular fist usually just modifies damage. The flaming fist usually modifies it more and usually has keywords. The shield mainly modifies B power. The magic shield mainly, same thing, modifies it higher and sometimes has keywords. And the helix is just can be whatever, basically. Traps, combat keywords, and modify B power and damage is kind of just up in the air. And then we have those keywords we've been talking about if you see my other videos. If you see that symbol, it means it has double strike. That means it deals twice its damage when attacking. That symbol is Shadow Strike. That means this Bakugan can't have its B power or damage reduced. And then Frost Strike, like I said earlier, flip cards for your opponent cost 1 additional energy for each point of Frost Strike you have. And then some other keywords. Energize is the actual act of putting a card face down as energy. When you put it face down, you always put it charged, which means it's vertical. And when it's turned sideways, it's become uncharged. You're using the charge in it as energy. Victor is the Bakugan that wins a brawl. And I think that's about it. Oh, there's more. Character, the character cards. Action are the action cards. Like I said, you play them from your hand, put them in the discard pile, play them whenever you want to, literally whenever you want to, except for the damage phase. Hero cards, the exact same thing, but they stay in play and give you some kind of bonus. Flip cards, I'll explain those when I show you them in here, it'll be easier. Evo cards, you play from your hand on top of a character card to evolve it into a new Bakugan. I'll show those in here too. And energy is, like I said, face down cards you use to pay for things. Download the app. We're done. Okay. My legs are completely asleep, but we're gonna get through this. Alright, let's finally open this deck. I'm gonna do it off screen so I don't ruin the cards. There's no pull tab. There's no easy way to get these open. Stop doing this, card game companies. Alright, I got it open and had to move the camera because my legs are dying. So, here's our first card. This is an Evo. We've seen Evos before, actually. I don't know why I said that earlier. We've seen Evos in the Diamond products. This is Titan Howlkor Ultra. This is a Haos one. It's a rare, so it means it has the weird thing on all of the text, basically. I still don't get it. I don't know why they even bother with it. Make it foil or not do anything. I don't know. So this is 5 energy. He has 1300 B power, which is a lot. 5 damage. If it lands on a Helix, that's plus 6 damage. So, Evos, at any time on your turn, like I said, any card can be played at any time in this game. You have this card in play, you'll pay 5 energy and just lay it on top. And that is now your Bakugan. That's why you don't compare the numbers on the Bakugan when you're actually in the battle. You can compare the number on the card, because that can actually upgrade it and change. Basically, it's just printed on the Bakugan for nostalgia's sake, as far as I know. There's not really a reason for it to be on there, because even the toy battling rules says to look at the card. Yeah, I don't know. Calm down, Howlkor. You can stand back there. So that's Titan Howlkor Ultra. It's one of our Evos. We have Hyper Dragonoid, another Evo. It's only 1 energy. 406. If it lands on a Flaming Fist, 303 damage. Alright. Another thing to note real quick, since this actually says Titan Howlkor Ultra, that means it can only evolve on top of a Howlkor Ultra. The regular Howlkor, whenever that comes out, it can't use this card. There's actually... So, Howlkor Ultra and Howlkor are 2 different Bakugan. So that means whenever Dragonoid Ultra comes out, this card will not be able to be used with them. Only the regular Dragonoid. Just clarifying some rules. That's a rare too, by the way. Ooh! We have Inferno Wings. This is a super rare, you can see down there, because it has foil for the text, which is a lot better in my opinion. So 3 energy plus 300 B power, and it removes all Bakukors enemy Bakugan hold and negate their effects. So like I said earlier, when you win a battle with your Bakugan, it keeps that core when you put it on the card. So that means when you do like team attacks, it's going to add up all the cores and stuff too. So this would actually just remove all of that. So that's pretty cool. Here we have a flip card, so I can talk about these now. Now the super rare has the nice foil name, which actually looks really good. This is 4 energy, and it has that hand symbol, non-Haos Bakugan, and then Domination if your Bakugan are holding the most Baku cores, which is Haos's thing for this set. This is free, so you don't have to pay 4 energy for it. So flip cards. Like I said earlier, in this game your deck is your life, so when you're taking damage, you're discarding cards off the top of your deck one by one. If this is one of the cards you took damage with, and you flip this over, you can instead pay the 4 energy, and this, if it's a non-Haos Bakugan that's attacking you, you can stop the damage, not take any more. So if you were taking 20 damage, and this is the first card you discard, pay 4 energy, as long as it wasn't a Haos Bakugan attacking you, you stop all the damage. You don't take the other 19 or anything. So flip cards are super important for your decks. the thing I was explaining about how the rulebook isn't that great, it really doesn't explain how flip cards work at all. And it's like the most important part of this game. It gives you that little thing right there that says they can only be played from your deck after losing a brawl, they're only to be played from hand, but it never tells you how to actually play them. So I've only learned how to play these like from watching videos of other people playing them, basically. Because it never explains what that little hand symbol is. It doesn't explain any of the flip card stuff, so the rulebook needs a lot of work. But basically the hand means you're stopping damage from whatever it says after it. So, like I said, as long as you're taking damage from a non-Haos Bakugan, you can pay 4 energy and this would stop it. Team attacks are also the same thing. So as long as all 3 Bakugan in the team attack were non-Haos, this would stop it. But even if one of them was Haos, this wouldn't be able to stop it. So team attacks are kind of risk-reward kind of a thing there. Alright, so there's a flip card, and now we have a hero card. We can just go through all the cards here. Philomena Dusk, I think is how you say her name. I think we saw her in the show for like a couple of seconds so far. She's supposedly one of the main villains. We have 6 energy to play her. This is again domination, this is Haos's thing. If you Bakugan are holding the most Bakukors, this costs 3 less to play. So it was on this card too, but Haos's thing is it wants to hold the most Bakukors more than your opponent. And like I said earlier, you hold cores by winning with that Bakugan. So Haos is kind of aggressive in this game, which is kind of funny. So that actually goes great with this card, because if you can do this to your opponent, you're going to get rid of all their Bakukors, and then as long as you have one Bakugan holding a core, you can do the domination effects. And what she actually does is give 200 B power to all your Bakugan. So you can play her whenever you want to, in the middle of battle, in the victory phase. Not damage, of course, because only flip cards are in damage, but whenever you want to, you can just play this down, plus 200 power to all your Bakugan, but this will stay in front of you and continue to give you that effect for the rest of the game until it gets removed or something like that. So another super rare, that's really nice. We have a rare called Hot Potato, and it's rare because it has the weird text. 2 energy, remove an enemy Bakugan's Bakukor and negate its effect. You return the Bakukor onto the field face down. That's weird, it kind of clarifies. I mean, you do the same thing for this one, I assume, but I guess you get to pick where it goes instead of your opponent picking it. I guess that's the difference there. Here's 2 of those. Here's an Auralist card, Hyper Pegatrix. This is a regular rare. 3 energy, 1100 B power, 6 damage, and if you land on a fist, plus 500 more power. So Auralist, the only thing Auralist has so far in the sets are only Evo cards. There's no action cards to help them out. That's kind of their thing. They have really good stats, but there's not a lot of support for them, basically. At least so far. There's 2 of those. There's another Titan Howlkor Ultra. I don't know why it's in a different spot. Alright. Fierce Boost with Syndius again. 2 energy, plus 200 B power, and if you have no cards in your hand, plus 600 instead with Fury. That's Pyrus' thing. Then we have Consort with 3 energy. Attach a Bakukor from the field to an open Bakugan. So this is another thing that needs some more rule clarifying, I think. I assume you just have to pick one at random and you don't get to peek at it or anything like that. You just pick it and then that's your choice. But then you just attach it to an open Bakugan, so basically you're setting up for a big team attack later. Or trying to do Haos effects by having more Bakukors. There's 2 of those. Drago's Fury, another rare. 2 energy, plus 4 damage. If you have no cards in your hand, it gets double strike. So technically it'd be plus 8 damage at least. That's pretty good. 2 of those. Stoic Shot, 2 energy, draw a card. If you hold the most Bakukors, draw 2 cards instead. That's pretty good. People are concerned about the whole drawing cards thing being bad because your deck is your life. But here's the thing. Drawing cards is always good. In any card game. You always want more cards. Cycling Warmth, this is a common. 2 energy, plus 2 damage, then return this to the bottom of your deck. It cycles, get it? I like that picture of Syndius there. Another Fierce Boost. Out of order again, alright. Blinding Glam, 3 energy, minus 3 damage to an enemy Bakugan, or plus 3 damage to one of your Bakugan. So another thing here, unless it specifically says something like that, you can target whoever you want to with these cards. So you could, if you wanted to for some reason, target your opponent and give them plus 200 B power. Probably don't want to, but it's a thing you can do. Unless it says something like this, which means you can only target an enemy Bakugan with it, or you have 3 damage to one of your Bakugan. Light's Courage, 2 energy, plus 400 B power, and then Domination, you have 800 instead. That can be really good. Wow. For 2 energy, yeah, that can be really good. Shine, I love the artwork on this card. I love how they do the... I don't know what the official term for that is, but the little, like, energy waves going off of it that are, like, curved. I always love that in anime or anything like that. Just 5 damage for 3 energy. That's okay. Then we got a bunch of flip cards. We have Block Growth. So this is a Pyrus one, 1 energy, and it stops Aquas or Ventus attacks. We have Block Outsiders with the best art in the game. I want a wallpaper of this. Just Drago in a lava bath. I love that art. 3 energy to stop any non-Pyrus attack. Another Blinding Glam out of order. I don't know why they do that. A common, 4 energy, plus 2 damage, and double strike. Really good. More flips. Halt Outsiders. There's Trox. 3 energy to stop a non-Haos attack. You can see there's a theme in the naming of all these. Like Outsiders always does that card. And then Halt, like each one, like all the Haos cards say Halt and stuff like that. 1 damage to block a Halt Unknown. 1 damage to block a Darkus or Aquas. Is it someone's like bedroom window being like bursted out? It's weird. Didn't notice that before. And then the last couple of cards we have Magma Boost, 4 energy plus 700 power. It's decent. Meteoric Lance, that's one of Sinius's attacks. 5 energy for 11 damage. That's a lot. And the last card is another Molten Helix out of order again. Alright, so basically that whole deck is Haos and Pyrus because of that Aurelus Bakugan in there. And that's another reason why I wanted this deck, because I'm going to be playing Pyrus mainly, so I wanted a bunch of Pyrus cards. Man, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Probably can't hear it in my voice because I'm very tired because I just got off of work. This is my Friday, basically. But I'm so excited. I can't wait to play with these. Gameplay videos are absolutely coming soon. The next video is going to be the other starter set, and I'm sure I'll get the third one at some point. But really quick before I go, I think I complained about it in the beginning. I don't know if I did or not. I'm kind of loopy right now. These are really expensive. These are $30 for this starter set, which is a lot. I can see why they're priced that way, though. You get 2 regular Bakugan, which are $7 a piece, and an Ultra, which is $10. So that's $24 right there. So basically you're getting a 40-card deck for $6? Is that how the math works out? It's going to be really hard for people to get into this game if it's $30 for a starter deck to even play, and they still need somebody else to spend $30 so they can play with them. So $60 to actually play a game, basically. Those are video game prices. Like, you're basically saying that for the price of Red Dead Redemption is enough for 2 people to play this game. I can see why it's priced that way. If they did it any cheaper, we'd basically be getting Bakugan for free, which they might need to do because it's a starter set. I don't know. Something needs to be fixed there. But I'm tired. I gotta end this video here so I can get to this other box opened. And I'm just so excited. Alright, that's it for this super long video. Thank you for watching if you watched it this far. Subscribe up there, playlist for videos down here, more videos over there. Gameplay videos are coming very soon, I promise. They're going to be filmed this week, hopefully. And I can't wait to play. Thank you guys for watching. As always, have a nice day.